In the new patch, Riot decided to nerf the troublemakers like Zeri, Nitro, and Rengar. But this opened the gates for the reroll meta. Here are the 5 reroll comps that you should play in the new patch. I'm pretty sure these are gonna be strong the entire patch, but maybe you're gonna get a B patch because some of these are a bit too strong, maybe. We are starting with Vayne that has some troubles finding her spot in the previous patch, but in this one she feels way better, maybe because of the Jarvan buffs as well. You have 2 options to play Vayne, but before that, let's talk about items. You want a Rage Blade, and Hurricane. You can replace a Rage Blade with another item like Giant Slayer or Death Blade, but you need these 3 items. Also, there's a build that you can make with a Rage Blade and double Hurricane if you have category 5. As for augments, I would recommend to take Starry Nights and the Slayer augment, but I don't think that's very good, especially if you don't play 6 Slayers, so I would stay away from it, because it just benefits Shaco and Zed more than it benefits Vayne. There are 2 versions of Vayne. You can play with 6 Vanguards, or you can play with 4 Slayers for Vanguards. You play the 6 Vanguard version when you don't have enough damage items. For example, you made the items for Vayne, and then you don't have any swords left for like Senna or for Zed, because you need tank items for Jarvan, because you need someone to like hold your front line. In this 6 Vanguards version, you can play Ascension as well, because it's very good, your front line stays alive a lot. But if you play the 4 Slayer version, this one, with Zed secondary carry, I would recommend to take augments that are combat, something that buffs your entire team, like Jewel Lotus maybe, if you don't have Shred. Also, it's very important to know that Jarvan got buffed in this patch, so for sure you should go for him 3-star. I am not sure yet, so I'm giving you an idea, but most likely it's correct to roll at level 7 with this board, and you go for Vayne 3-star, Jarvan 3-star, and maybe Senna 3-star if it's uncontested. The second board we're gonna talk about is TF REROLL. Pretty sure everyone knows about him, but I'm just gonna give everyone a reminder. You need double Rage Blade and Gunblade. This TF unit does a lot of damage. He doesn't need any AP items. Don't build Archangel, don't build Deathcap. For those who don't know, TF just gains AP every time he auto attacks, so you don't want any damage items on him. You want him to attack as fast as possible. Also, the Gunblade keeps your front line alive very much time. You can make other items like Giant Slayer or Guard Breaker or Static Shiv only if you don't have enough bows or rods for making the business loop. Very important here, I personally believe this Darius unit is a fraud, so I would never put items on him as attack. Okay, I have a hot take where Braum 2-star is better than a Darius 3-star. I know, don't blame me, okay? But when you roll at level 6, the most important thing you want to go for is Twisted Fate 3-star and Skarner 3. The Skarner 3 unit is very undervalued, he's very tanky and he's very good. You cap this board with 5 Syndicates, you put the Syndicate hat on Twisted Fate and the tank that you have 3-star. If you have Darius, you're gonna put him on him, but I'm just hating him, okay? Very consistent cap, very good. Cap with Misfortune and Aurora is very good. The surprise of the patch is Shaco. I don't know why he's so good, but in stats he looks amazing. He has a very good top 4 rate. I'm pretty sure he's playable from certain spots, but I would personally play it only if you have an artifact, like maybe Cutlass or maybe Mittens, something like that. Pretty much you need to think about the Rengar artifacts that you have and maybe put it on Shaco. I think it's playable without it, just because this reroll meta like helps him a lot. But I don't think he's like a first place cap. Okay, you play this for a third, you have a lot of Shaco earlies, it's very good. You cap this with 6 Slayers, so maybe we have a shot to like maybe get a top 2, especially if you hit Vayne 3 or if you hit Zed with like very good items. I would play this only with Starry Nights or Pandora's Bench, something like that. But for sure you should not ignore him if you have it in your shops. He's very uncontested right now, so you should go for it. Rengar reroll, he's still good, okay? He got double nerfed. He got the initial nerf that Mordog announced, and then he got another nerf on his heal even more, so he's gonna deal less damage on his first tab. That was like one tapping everyone, and he's gonna heal way less than before. That doesn't mean you shouldn't play it. If you have Silvermare, if you have Cutlass, or if you have the Defiance, you should for sure go for him. That doesn't mean he's gonna be as strong as before. So if you're gonna open 4th stage 2, you're gonna be 40 HP at 3-5, you're gonna all in for Rengar 2-star, you're not gonna be that stable, especially if there's someone that is a high roller in your lobby or someone that has like a beefy front line. So it's gonna be a bit more difficult to play. That doesn't mean he's unplayable. I think he's like low A tier and he goes like S tier if you have like cat purse or if you have like an artifact. It's pretty much like maybe similar to Nocturne from the last set where you need a certain artifact to make him work. It doesn't mean it's unplayable, okay? He's very good, he's still consistent. This Varus unit is... Listen. In this Rengar camp, I know he's the main carry, okay? But you need to think about Varus. This unit is so broken. You need to make Sojin and Archangel on him and he's gonna deal way more damage than Rengar. Also, you have the other option with... this is the 5 Executioner, but you have the other option where you can play with 3 Demons. Again, this Jinx unit is so good. I think her best in slot is Sojin, Last Whisper, and Infinity Edge. But you don't play Marksman for her. So you need to know that even if you make Last Whisper IE, it's not going to be that effective if you don't play this Vex unit. Because Vex allows you to crit with Divinicorp. Okay, so if you play around Jinx, you need to have Vex on your board. Don't play 7 Strategist unless you high roll it at level 7 and you don't have a Vex. But you always play Vex over Varus in these 3 Demons board, okay? But again, don't sleep on these 2 units. Varus 3-star, amazing. Jinx 3-star, amazing. Jinx, if she starts her cast, and let's say she kills Nico, right? The next rockets that she has left, it's gonna go to the unit that's pretty much here. So you can like one-tap the enemy backline just for fun because you managed to kill a unit frontline. So don't sleep on those 2 units, okay? They are very good. And my boy Veigar, which is very interesting because here is the thing. Veigar was good. He was playable. He had the Cyber Boss augments where he's amazing, but he was bugged. How was he bugged? With Jewel Gauntlet. He wasn't critting enough, his ult was bugged, he was not doing enough damage. And I decided, okay, we fix it, no problem. And they fixed it. And now he's a menace. Literally. This guy is one-tapping left and right. But I'm not sure yet if you're gonna play this from every spot, if you're gonna hard force it, or if you can play it only with the Cyber Boss augments. Based on the stats, this looks amazing. So you need to pay attention to their items because this is best in slot. Veigar is pretty bad if he doesn't have blue buff. So if you have like Sojin with Giant Slayer and Jewel Gauntlet, it's not that good, okay? You need this best in slot to make him work, to have like a lot of frontline. Also Shyvana, an amazing tank for sure. And you cap this board with 6 Techies, with Viego of course, and with 4 Cyber Boss. I think you have a lot of power spike in this camp. You get your first power spike when you hit Veigar 3, then you get another one with Shyvana 3, you get another one at 6 Techies. Viego is another power spike, 4 Cyber Boss is another power spike, so you can be very strong the entire game if you stay ahead tempo. So if you think you cannot get the items for it, or if you don't have like enough resources to go for Veigar 3-star, you shouldn't play this board. I would recommend to play this board only when you have like a mana start and you don't have such a good board in early game, because you can lose the first 3 rounds and get another mana from Carousel and just play this board. These are the top 5 camps that I would play in the new patch. I think they are very good, very cheap, most of them, and very strong. I don't think most of these camps can win the games, which is fine, but I'm pretty sure you can get like a solid top 3 in every game if you play it from the correct spot. Let me know what you think. Maybe these are good. Maybe you know another camp that is gonna be good. I heard about a Jarvan reroll. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, see you next video.